Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you how to become an independent travel agent from home. Do you have a huge passion for travel? Are you constantly helping friends and family with their next vacation? Are you dreaming about your next big adventure? Well, if that's you and you want to start making money from every vacation that you book going forward, make some extra income, or become a travel agent from home and have a portable, profitable travel business, then today's show is for you. By the way, I'm Cyndi Williams and I have been in the travel industry for over 25 years. I own my own award-winning brick and mortar travel agency, and I also am the CEO of Careers on Vacation, which helps people launch, grow, and supersize their travel businesses. So if you're new here, I want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get all of our content. I have videos that come out every week that will help you grow your travel business. So tips, tricks, and all that good training. So let's jump in and get started. All right, so today we are discussing how to be an independent travel agent from home, right? So let's talk about a quick history of travel agencies. When I started in the industry, you went to travel school and then you either worked for a mom and pop travel agency or you worked for a big call center, and that was the original framework of travel agencies or becoming a travel agent. A lot of people still think that those structures exist today. Mom and pop local agencies have kind of gone by the wayside. In today's environment, most travel agencies are booking from home, setting up their own independent businesses from home. This is amazing for a few different reasons. One, you don't have to go to a brick and mortar every day and work for someone else. You can actually set up your business and reap the benefits of that business from home. That's kind of the pro of this environment, right? Now that everything's online, we have the internet, we have tools and resources. The con of becoming an independent travel agent from home is you don't get some of the things that I got at the beginning of my career, which was working with other agents, having a mentor, having a supervisor, having someone who can check your work, having a training department that trains you how to actually become a travel agent. So that's kind of a history of how travel industries have evolved. It's not so much brick and mortar, not so much call centers. There are still a few call centers out there, but for the most part, people are setting up their own independent travel businesses from home. And therefore, they're also now responsible for a few important things. How to learn to become a travel agent. How do I set it up? What things do I need to do to operate in an online market space? So this is where a lot of people get stuck. The idea of being a travel agent is of course awesome. It sounds amazing, and it is amazing, but a lot of people get stuck when it gets to the, oh crap, how do I do this part, or how do I do this puzzle? So I'm gonna help you with all of those things today. The first thing that I want you to do on your journey is I want you to think about your setup. So when I say setup, there's actually a couple different structures that you can set up, or how you would set up your business from home. First, there's a new process, or new at least in the last couple decades, called hosting, where you partner with a host travel company, and in exchange for using their credentials, they will require a portion of all of your sales. So when you sell something, a portion will go to them and a portion stays with you. A lot of times people mistake host as if it's like working in 1984 for an agency where they're gonna help you and they're gonna check your work and they're gonna train you to be an agent. That's not necessarily how the hosting process works. When you're working with a host, it's really in its simplest form. You pay them a portion of all your commissions so you can use their credentials where they have everything all set up with the travel suppliers. So as long as you know that going in, that can be, it doesn't become a disappointment later down the road. And the second way that you can become an agent is you can become fully independent. In other words, you're kind of hosting yourself, or you're becoming an agent from home where you're gonna earn 100% of your incomes. Now, there's lots of pros and cons to each of these setups, and based on your individual goals and based on what you wanna do with your travel business, one might fit better than the other, and one might fit in a temporary time frame as long as you have the right long-term mindset. So I actually have a whole masterclass that goes into discussing the different types of setups, what might be right for you. It's a totally free class, so definitely check that out. That could be a whole hour on its own. But go to careersonvacation.com/masterclass and you can take that session to really decide which setup is right for you. That's the first step of this process. Decide how you want to set up, because you don't want to make a mistake in that piece, because that can set you up for success, or you can have to fix a bunch of stuff in 6 months if you don't pick the right one. And again, it's based on your goals and how you want to set up. So definitely check out that masterclass and then decide which setup do I feel like is right for me to get started in the industry. And then we'll move on to the second step. What are the initial steps to get started? And by the way, if you guys could tell me below, tell me what your #1 travel destination is that you love to talk about. If a friend says, I'm going to fill in the blank, and you're just jumping on helping them, right? And you're like, oh, let's have coffee. I can tell you what to do. I've been there a million times. The reason I want you to tell me that below is I want to let you know it's okay to not sell the whole world when you get started. It's almost a disservice to your clients if you try to sell the whole world when you're getting started. So I want you to start in that place of what travel do you love? What are you passionate about? Tell me in the comments below. And from there, what are the initial steps that I want you to set up? First and foremost, it's a good idea to set up a business entity. So that could be a sole proprietor, that could be an LLC, it could be an S Corp. There's different types of businesses that you could set up, and you really should discuss that with your legal professional based on what your, again, goals and objectives are. Now, you don't have to set up a business entity. There are some different options that I go to in the masterclass where you don't have to have that extra step, but I do really feel like it's a good and important step to take, because especially long term, if you're going to be your own entity, there's tax advantages to that. There's different things that you can do. It gives you autonomy over your business. So I still think it's a good place to start. And I know, you know, getting an entity sounds overwhelming. But sometimes the other side of that is there's lots of companies that will go, oh, you don't have to do that. So just join this or do this, or, you know, pay this subscription fee or whatever. And then you're kind of, in servitude to them, if that makes sense, or you're stuck with them for a little while, and then when you do get ready to go on your own, you have to backpedal or you have to fix a bunch of things. So I do feel like it's a good idea to get a business entity started or set up. It's not as complicated as it sounds, and any legal professional can help you with that. And if you are savvy where business is concerned, you can even file for your own entity in your state. Second thing that I want you to do, step 2, is I want you to get your agency credentials. You're gonna do that one of 2 different ways. You're either gonna register through an agency called CLIA or IATAN. Those are different travel industry affiliations that you can get. And based on your sales history, based on where you are, you can pick one of those to get registered to sell travel, right? Or if you're going to decide to host, and again, that's covered in the masterclass, you would get credentials through your host credentials, and you would, in essence, be using their credentials to get set up. But you have to use credentials. Either they have to be your own, or you have to work with someone else's. So establish those credentials is the next step to becoming a travel agent from home. Next, it's really important to see if you are in an SOT, seller of travel state. In seller of travel states, and for you guys' information, it's Florida, California, Iowa, Washington, and Hawaii. If you're in one of those states, you do require some additional steps that have to happen. You have to work within those states to meet their seller of travel licensing that are required. So make sure you take that step. If you're not in one of those states, then you don't have to do the seller of travel extra designation, but important note here. If you are in, for example, I'm in Texas, if I am going to sell to consumers in one of those states, right? California, Florida, Iowa, Washington, Hawaii. If I'm selling to people who reside in those states, then you do have to look into seller of travel. So don't forget that important step as well. That's very important. The next step that you're going to take after you have your entity set up, after you have your credentials, after you've decided, made your decisions on seller of travel, is you want to start registering with suppliers. So what do I mean by registering with suppliers? If you're selling travel, let's say you sell Disney and you sell all-inclusives, there are a certain number of suppliers that you have to register with so they know where to pay you, where to send your commission when you make a sale. So if I'm working with Disney, they have a packet of information that you fill out, you get approved, you put your credentials on there, and then you provide your banking information of where to send your money when you book those vacations. So when you make a booking for a client, you then make the booking under those credentials, and then when that client travels, Disney says, oh, this particular travel agency sold this trip, or travel agent sold this trip, let's send them their commission check, and ching ching, money shows up in your bank account. So you have to register with suppliers. This can be a long process, and this is why also I say you don't have to sell the whole world. It'll take you months to fill out every supplier that's out there. Start with the ones that you love and that you're passionate about, and register with those suppliers and get set up so you can sell them and then get those commission checks. And then the next thing that you want to do is think about how you're going to prepare to support your clients, right? So there's a few, and this is could be a whole nother video, but this is another place where people will get stuck. They'll dot all the I's and cross all the T's and do all that setup place, and then the first phone call comes in, they go, holy crap, I don't know how to be a travel agent. You need to understand in this environment, right? We talked about the history of travel agencies used to have training departments and quality control and, you know, all that infrastructure set up to help people become travel agents. That was a 6 to 8 week process of training every single day. Plus, most of us had travel school before we entered the workforce. You have to be responsible for to either getting some training or teaching yourself how to be a travel agent. And our industry, while it sounds fun and exciting and amazing, and it is, you still have to do the things to make yourself successful, which is learn how to be a skilled, excellent travel agent. The second thing you need to learn how to do is do all of the businessy things, right? How to market, how to reach clients, how do you get customer retention, how do you promote a recurring business model within your travel agency, right? There are so many things that you need to do that are important to have success in this business. So don't forget, you need to have a strategy for that. If you are a self-learner, that's amazing. It's still going to take you years to learn all of those things. And that can be overwhelming, and why a lot of people reach this point of stress or overwhelm. Don't do that to yourselves, guys. Get help, whether it's something like our Careers on Vacation program or something else, whatever it is, get the learning that you need so you can be an exceptional travel agent, travel advisor. The good news is, especially post-COVID, people are looking to work with skilled travel agents who know what they're doing. Make sure you are that skilled travel agent that shows up on their radar. So learning, just to recap, how to be an actual travel agent, how to attract your ideal clients, how to run an online business, how to market your new business. Those are kind of the 4 pillars of what you want to learn right away and the quickest. It's your responsibility to learn those. And I know you're at home and you're in a silo, and I know some of you are already going, oh my gosh, this seems like a lot. The good news is the information is available, right? So learning how to do those things effectively is what will really get you out of hobby state and get you into having a life-altering travel business. The type of travel business where you can, you know, go and take your business on the road, travel. Like we went to Disney last year for an entire month. It was actually 5 weeks we spent at Disney, and we ran our business from Orlando. Like we can take our business anywhere. That's that kind of, you know, when you flip those levers and everything's kind of operating on full cylinders, that's the kind of travel business that you want. So if you are considering this as a serious career, or you want to transition to travel full-time, definitely consider applying for our Careers on Vacation program. You can go to careersonvacation.com/ready now and find out all the information about the program. We'll schedule a quick call. We are ASTA affiliated, which is the American Society of Travel Advisors. We have a team of experts on staff. Guys, I hire the best marketers in the world, the best social media experts. They're the ones who took my business from multiple 6 figures a year to 6 figures a month, which is just mind-blowing. But if you're in Careers on Vacation, you get access to that team of experts. We have 80+ case studies right here on YouTube. You can check those out. There's a playlist for both new and experienced agents. So if you're new, we teach you how to launch, grow, and supersize. If you are existing and you're struggling with some of these systems, processes, and how to grow, then we will absolutely teach you how to get to that place where you can supersize your business, get those proven systems in place, and get you guys rocking and rolling. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell, and leave me a comment below if you are thinking about getting into the travel industry. I really would love to know, like, what do you want to start with? That helps us create more content as we move forward. Is it Disney? Is it cruises? Is it all-inclusives? Is it international travel? Is it wellness travel? Whatever your thing is, put it below. I'm gonna go back and check the comments, and as we create more amazing content for you guys, we'll be sharing more things in the future. So I hope you enjoyed the show. I wish you so much love, so much abundance. I wish you the world. Bye, guys. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.